There's someone I used to see, but she don't give a damn. But let me get to the point. Let's roll another joint to the radio now. I'm too alone to be proud. You don't know how it feels. No, you don't know how it feels to be me. Hey everybody, welcome to MT Guitar. Thanks for joining us today. We're doing a nice little number from Tom Petty, You Don't Know How It Feels. And it's a good lesson for strumming, a nice addition to your strumming repertoire. Some good patterns in here that we're going to cover. And then we'll also do the little riff and all the sections, all the great guitar parts of this song. The chords are very accessible for a beginner, and there's no bar chords or anything, and a lot of open strings being used. So remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I appreciate your support. And also check out the Patreon, where this lesson will have a tab and a chord sheet included. For $2 a month, you'll have access to it if you join at patreon.com/mtguitar. And we're having a lot of fun building that platform over there. Anyway, let's dive on into this lesson and zoom in. All right, so we'll go through each section, starting with the intro. Let's start with this first chord that fades in. It's like an organ, right? And it's an E6. So 2, 4, bar the second fret, 2, 4. And it fades in. I'm putting my middle finger down here so that you can see my fingerings here. First finger, third finger, pinky. And you just play those 4. And it's 4 beats that it fades in. Now we can't fade it in unless we're playing an electric. And even then it's a little tricky. So just play it for 4 beats. And then we start the harmonica solo. If you're a beginner, E to A sus, 4 times there. So 1, there's once, there's twice. Then the harmonica kind of fades out, and it's just Tom Petty strumming. So that's 4 times, and that's the entry level into that part. For the actual harmonica solo, we have the 4th fret first string. So let's go ahead and go through this all. An E, where it's 2nd fret 5th string, mute the 4th string, 4th fret 3rd string, open 2nd string, 4th fret 1st string. And you go down, down, and then a power chord. And then A6 or A sus2 with a 6 on there, so that's A sus, but pinky on the 2nd fret 1st string. And you go down up there. After you release the pinky, you go up. So, and then down up on the power chord, down on the A sus2. So that's all together. One more time, a little slower. Now the melody goes 4th fret 2nd string to 1st fret 3rd string. But the reason I have the strumming continuing there is this whole chord melody thing only works if we do the right strumming. And that's going to be down on every 8th note and up on the syncopated 16th notes. So when you go down on the 4th fret 2nd string, you want to go up. It's called alternate picking on the 1st fret, even though it's not a chord. And then a power chord, down up. And then down, down, up. See? And then the melody goes 4-2 on the 4th string. And you go down, up, and then down, down, up. All right, so that can be a little tricky if strumming is new to you. So you don't even have to play a chord, but you can practice going down and up on the appropriate beats. All right, so let's do this whole line really slow. 2, 3, here we go. All right, good. So that's the intro, and you're welcome, if you're not advanced, to just skip that, but that would be a cool thing to combine the harmonica with the guitar. Now we have the intro continuing here in what I call strumming pattern number 1, because it's the strumming pattern that shows up in the verse as well. So it's great for this song. We're going to do an E chord, down, down on the bass, down on the whole chord, down, up on the power chord. So that's... Okay, now on the A sus2, we go down, up, down, up, down, down, up. But it's bass, chord, bass, bass, chord, bass, bass. And that just repeats. So let's do that bar. 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. All right, and then that repeats. So let's do the whole line nice and slow. 3, 4. Good. What's happening is that the chord, the bass is kind of taking the place of the bass kick, and the chord is taking the place of the snare, which is something that a producer in a studio will often tell an acoustic guitar player to do, or I'm sure Tom Petty already knew this, but basically you want to really accent the whole chord when the snare is hitting, and you want to access more of the bass strings when the bass kick is hitting. So something to think about when you're doing a recording is to be really particular about that. All right, so now the first line of the verse is the same as the last line that we did in the intro. Let's just go through it for practice sake. Let me all right, then that line repeats. Tom Petty's a master of putting space in his phrasings, vocal phrasings. Now he sometimes switches to another strumming pattern, so we're going to cover that now. I'm calling it strumming pattern number 2, where basically the A sus2 stays on the down, 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 up that we're doing on the E. So that would sound like this. There you go. So that's that line. And then that repeats. So one more time. Now we have a pre-chorus where he says, but let me get to the point. So that's going to be a little bit different here. So strumming pattern number 3 is chord, bass, chord, down, up on the bass. So, 4 downs in a row and then an up. So chord, bass, chord, bass, bass. Okay. Well, let me get to the... And then a B sus4, so 2, 2, 2, and then the first 2 strings are open, and you do the same exact pattern. Down, 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 up. Then an E chord, same as before. But this time an A, same strumming pattern. Then an E, B sus4 to E, same as that last line, and now an A sus2, and the strumming pattern gets a little more active, so it's 1 E in, 1 E in, 2 E in. The very last strum, you can just strum the bass notes. All right, so let's do the whole pre-chorus. Ready? Nice. Now for the chorus, we have strumming pattern number 4. I told you I'd load you up with some strumming patterns here, all pretty much transcribed from the record. We'll do an E chord, down, down, up. go ahead and strum the whole chord. No bass necessary. Once we get to the chorus, we're going to pretty much be strumming loud and proud here. So down, down, up, and then D chord. Now an A. Down, 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 up. That was down, 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 up. So one more time. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. I am doing some power chords there, as you can see. Now a bar of 6/4, so we just extend the A sus2 out, so it's going to be you don't know how it. Now an A sus2 instead of an A. Right? So that was down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, up. A little tricky there. All right, so one more time, the whole line. You don't know how it Now the A sus2 continues for another bar, a bar of 4, and we go to be down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay. That whole line one more time. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down. Now you may be wondering, do I need to be perfect with every little strumming pattern? The answer is no. If you learn these strumming patterns and focus on them for a limited amount of time, what will happen is they'll bleed over into your playing, and you let your ear guide you. So if you train your strumming patterns and your wrists to go down and up at the appropriate times, let your ear then guide you, because Tom for sure was not thinking about this. He was just gifted in strumming the guitar in a way that made sense, and after years and years of playing. So that's something I recommend to you. Don't take this too seriously. Get the strumming pattern to where you're playing on the downbeats and the upbeats correctly, and then, open it up a little bit and have fun. So after the chorus, then we have the Harmonica Interlude, which is going to be the E, D, and A. Down, down, up, down, down, up, A, down, down, down. Repeat. Sorry, that second time was A sus2. So let's do that line one more time. Okay. Now it goes all the way back for another verse, which is and chorus, pre-chorus and chorus, which is all the same. So we've got this nice electric guitar riff here, which is actually played by Tom Petty in the official video. Pretty cool. So it's over the chords E to A, but I called it A over C sharp because we're going to do a chord melody here after we do the simplest version. So open, 6th string, 3, 4, hammer on, 2, 2nd fret, 5th string, and then slide from 4 to 5, and then land on the 4. So the whole thing really slow. See, one more time. The second time, a little variation. This time, play the A chord here, barred, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, 2nd fret, and play an A over C sharp like this, and then open, like a power chord. So that would be right there. All right. Then the next line here is the same. I'm just adding the A chord on the first half, so that's the only thing different. So let's do that. 4. Good. Now the guitar solo is just the strumming is happening in the background, and after D, as soon as the A chord starts, we have this. Really, it's a little bit strange to go over this note for note because there's only one note. It's just 12th fret and 15th fret with a full note bend, which is the same note. Now the rhythmic variety, I did as best I could to illuminate that, but felt a little bit silly because honestly, you're gonna want to kind of improvise this, and just count out the beats. All right, so I think playing along with the recording or with my demo would be the way to go, because it's a little tricky to count that out as you're playing. But there are, basically 2 beats of that first bar, 4 beats of the next bar, and then 6 beats of the next bar. And after that, we go into another verse, and the form repeats. So those are all the sections. Like I said, if you're a beginner, don't worry too much about the guitar solo or the harmonica solo. You could just play the regular chords and have fun with the strumming patterns. Try to think of it as you're basically mimicking a drum set, right? So there you go, and enjoy this. Let me know if there's any questions. All right, nice work, everybody, and a good lesson to go over for sure. So subscribe to MT Guitar and hit the notification bell, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Take care.